So just heads up before we get into this, our remodel's over. I'm actually pinning in the comments below and in the details section the video, if you missed it, of the remodel I went to last Sunday. And yes, today is October 25th. Okay, before we get into DG World, we have to talk about this. Please, I need to know why, how, when, where. These came up when I was searching in the Walmart app for kids' pajamas. I don't understand why you would put these on your children. I don't understand why it's even like this. I don't understand why, okay, fine, the elephant has a trunk. I get it. But then why is that a cow? And then why did they have to add a hangy thing to the cow too? Like what is happening? Please, I need all of your feedback. All of it. Hey, all you Dollar General penny shoppers out there, easy penny shopping, and we need to talk remodels. And even if you are a regular penny shopper, this most definitely affects you. So you really need to not necessarily start shopping remodels, but especially with times are a-changing, you need to pay closer attention. I know I've said that for a while, but I think it's more important than ever. So with that said, we're going to talk about that. What's going on? What's my personal opinion? I also did reach out to a DM to ask their opinion or if they had heard anything. It's very difficult in DG world because you talk to one person, they don't necessarily know what's going on. It's Dollar General. So anytime something's happening, some stores know about it, some stores don't. The ones that are remodeling know they are, but they don't know they are. They don't know this, they don't know that. Okay, I went to my first remodel 2019 or 2020. And so, you know, we are almost 5 years later. And things have changed, but at the same time, it's made sense as to how they've changed and how a lot of the stores, when I came into it, had already went through their first remodel. And so they weren't closing for their second remodel because they had already done the actual remodel, construction remodel, right? They had already upgraded their coolers or did this or that versus they're going for round two. So they're just, I don't know, moving some shelving around, maybe taking this section out, couple sections and replacing it with something else, but they're not redoing floors. They're not putting in new freezers. They're not, therefore they don't close. Okay, so I've seen a number of comments in regards to this. I have been asked, obviously, my opinion on this a number of times and such, and I wanted to wait until, like I said in my remodel video, if that remodel went the way I thought it was going to go, and I was waiting to hear back from the DM I spoke about. So I wanted to do that before I really reacted, and also I needed to kind of sit and think on it. So the biggest thing is, I think, this would be one of my penny urban legends. This isn't happening because of social media, okay? I really don't know how else to explain it other than we're not famous. Okay? Penny shopping isn't famous. It's just not. Remodel shopping specifically isn't famous. Very, very low views on remodel shopping information. Even our basic penny information and the biggest penny YouTubers out there, the number of views they get compared to other YouTubers is ridiculous and ridiculously low compared to other YouTubers in other genres. And the fact that maybe your local managers, and don't get me wrong, I've got those managers too, that yes, they follow YouTubers, I get it, or they follow on Facebook or this, that, the other, but guys, I don't know how to, in corporate, I can promise you that this is not something that they're researching. This isn't something, If they were researching this, then they would have stopped this a long time ago. In the big picture, holy moly, penny shopping. I mean, freebie guy obviously went on the news and everybody freaked out. And, oh my gosh, it's going to come to an end. No. I mean, Krista, rest in peace, Krista. She had a huge following, and for how many years, and that didn't stop it. Like, I'm so tired of everybody blaming social media, because most of us and you would not know about penny shopping if it wasn't for social media. You know, good cop, bad cop, good penny cop, bad penny cop, when it comes to the Dollar General remodels, because I feel like a lot of times in Dollar General world, things get said by whatever, a handful of people or lots of people, but it just spreads, you know, like the game of telephone, or just, and then it turns into this big thing, and then it doesn't ever happen, or that's not actually how it happens, or, you know what I'm saying? We're very quick to think we know what's going on with Dollar General, but I feel like Dollar General doesn't even know what's going on with Dollar General. So I don't see how we can wrap our heads around it. And just like I mentioned, I reached out to, I have him on my phone as DG Mole, but I asked them about it, and, you know, they know nothing about it. They think it might be some type of end of the year thing. Financially, you know, also, you get towards the end of the year, companies cut back on things, right? Because your budget, okay, your budget is set for the year. You're getting towards the end of the year. Your budget's getting short. I can't imagine how short their budget is if they did not account for all of the, you know, I don't know, is there allegedly, or do I say that, lawsuits and whatever government stuff they had to pay back in July. I also think that's pretty odd timing. They had to make the deal with, and I talked about this in another video, they had to make the deal with OSHA, right? And pay back lots and lots of money and fines, and then suddenly our remodels change. So maybe it's a way, yes, of saving some money before the end of the year, keeping most of that stuff to send back out in 5 years, you know, and still make money off of it. But also, I foresee a lot of things going in the dumpster, which I thought that, and then if you saw the video, which you should, you see what was in the dumpster at this remodel, and this remodel was very small compared to most remodels I've been to. So I think that, again, if it is something that DG has implemented, the chances of it being a super success, I just don't see it, because they're not all on the same page. So it's, to me, no different, other than obviously the crowd on a Sunday and all of those things involved with remodel shopping. As far as what's still left in the store, I feel like it's basically the same. It may be a little different, because you guys have to understand the people coming in to do all the actual remodel, they don't give a crap about items. People that are boxing up all the items, they have no idea, you know, it's not, there's not a bunch of penny experts in there working on a remodel. And so then you've got the people that are putting stuff back out on the shelves. Well, you know, depending on those people, then they have no idea that they're pennies either. And we have been getting pennies after remodels reopen for a long time. Days after, even a month after. My friend Patty, I tell you what, one of them, oh my goodness, I felt like for 3 weeks she was sending me pictures. So I feel like, yeah, it's not going to be as good of a chance, clearly, but they're still going to miss a ton of stuff, because if they didn't know to pull it in the first place, then it's going to go back out on the shelf. I think maybe one of the confusions with this, and maybe this would help people to understand better, is the mobile minis don't hold all the penny items. The mobile minis don't take the penny items away. The penny items don't go in the mobile minis. That's not what they're for. Okay? The mobile minis are literally for the shelving, for the new stuff. It's for the actual construction or remodel or whatever it is that they're changing in the store. So depending on how big of a remodel, yeah, you may have 2 of the mini mobiles or 3 if they're redoing a whole store. Because they also, I think coolers can be in those mobile minis too. Mini mobile, mobile mini. Anyways, okay? So all those penny items don't just disappear and go off into a storage container and go away. No, all those penny items go back into that back room. You guys know about that back room? Do ya? Because let me tell you, take a look in your Dollar General back rooms and you tell me what the chances are of being able to tell one rolltainer from the 87 others that are back there. Okay, and the trucks that they get in between, and the new trucks that they're getting, if they're, most of them are moving to the fresh and they're adding produce, okay? They're not going full DG market, okay? They're just adding, and I think that's another thing that comes in. So they also have trucks coming based on this remodel and timeline and everything. So again, different things coming in. The store is changing. Things are going away. New things are coming in. Okay, but these pennied. And especially the stores from the beginning that, you know, didn't have stuff marked, didn't have, I feel like it's not going to be as awful as everybody thinks. So I feel like if you have been paying attention, if you can do your research, this is just a different form of remodel shopping. And I'm in it. You're in it. I'm in it. We can do this. I don't think it's going to be all the time. I don't think it's going to be permanent. But at the same time, who knows too, Dollar General constant. This could be, yes, they could just switch to like POG resets, like the random stuff that's been happening. They could just switch to, again, this all just turns into regular pennies. If you've been paying attention, if you should, with remodel shopping, because I've said, you know, if they're going at remodels, they're probably going to go, or they go at regular. And sure enough, food was just a perfect example of this, because that food I just got at the beginning of the year at a store at a remodel. And it was actually the first time that food had went for me at a remodel. And it was new to me even, the food. So I'm like, oh, wow, that's awesome. Fast forward, I don't know, 4 months later, I see it in one of my local stores as clearance section. And I'm like, wow, that was quick. So then once I saw one thing pennied out of this group, I'm like, ooh, I wonder if the rest of them, sure enough, that was remodel food. So if those aren't going to go at a remodel anymore, then they end up back on the shelf and they're not caught, and we don't pick them up after the remodel, then won't they be there for regular penny day? Right? I don't know. Something to think about. I'm thinking of the positives, okay? There's still going to be pennies. That's how I feel. I think there's going to be more in dumpsters. So definitely, if you're a dumpster diver, I'm more of a leaner, and I don't even lean that much. But, you know, I think that's definitely going to happen. But I feel like there's still going to be plenty that end up back in the stores. And you really, again, do your research, because there is not a set amount of time for every single store that does a remodel on how long they're going to be closed. Not to mention if they run into any issues. Clearly, my husband does construction, so, you know, they may plan on something taking this long, but then it may take this long. Also, what I've said in the past, why I think remodels get set back, where it's half off, and then all of a sudden it goes back to full price, and then a month or two later it goes back, like something got behind in the schedule. Something got thrown off. Probably from another store, another project, whatever it may be, it threw off the schedule. So it set that store back, because 2 stores before it took 4 weeks later, or it caught on fire and they had to build a new one. that could happen. I'm sure that really might. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. There's way too many Dollar General flyers. Okay, I think that's it. So here's what I got last weekend at the remodel. I had a cart full, and then my friend Patty, she ended up with a cart full and then part of another cart. I didn't get the ending, and even my friend Shella. But here are pictures from a number of my paid members that I have not gotten put out there. These are all from remodels. I mean, they were doing awesome with remodels. Obviously, seeing, you know, green dot and purple dot in here, those aren't currently going at remodels now. But just to give you all an idea and quite a few pictures of all the different things that can go and how these paid members are just amazing at these remodels. So, did you make it? That's right. Comment below. What did I show you in this video that literally probably gave us all a WTF moment? Comment below.
I've been making moves like a ninja. I could play it cool like I'm winter. I can make it rain like a cash tsunami. Wanna slip and slide, we can link up. Working all the time, make it duller. Be a student, try to make a dollar.